My dearest friends, welcome to my channel. I'm Kaiser Mari from Heart to Heart and Intuitive. I channel, I get informations. I work with energy and I'm a very human being. And now I'm back with my last monthly reading for 2022. Isn't it crazy? So, with the reading for the energies of December. Well, I painted, I show you. As ever, I painted the last square here. So you see now the painting is completed and the 2022 is still sticking out, something I haven't thought at the beginning. This will part of the reading here. See a heart I added at the beginning, then the first two, the 0 as a spiral, and the second two twos, or the second and the third one. As we have a lot of twos this year, a magical year. What's new as well is my haircut. You see, I decided it's a bit more than 1 week ago that it's time to let go of a lot of hair and energy in this hair. So I don't know if you know about this concept or idea, or maybe you feel it, that we store energy in the hair as well. And I used to change my haircut a lot when I was younger, and I didn't do it for a long time. So now I had this feeling of this, and I took my long hair and I put it like this, and I was so, yes, this is it. And then I just went to the hairdresser and I said, please cut my hair. She did it for sure. I paid her. This is our world, how it's functioning. And it was really actually a really easy process. And I know in other times when I cut it long hair that there was a feeling of I miss it after that. And I still get used to this haircut, and I have to admit, I cut it a bit of myself because it was not like I imagined it. I would love so much that I would be able to cut totally my hair, but I have no eyes there. So, well, and I'm really happy with this one. I will have a look. I think for the moment I let them grow, but if I will change again or not, we will see. For me, it's also for myself the sign that I have really closed the cycle, or that something has finished, something new is beginning, is now ready to go into the world. And I will talk about all what is coming for me or not coming, but I know what I promised, what I don't know after the reading. And yes, what also has changed, I don't know if you follow me since some time, I did monthly energy card readings, live readings with my dear friend and magical, mystical healer, Antoinette Thompson, healer and author. And we decided to do our last one in November. So there will be no reading in December, and for the moment of time we will not work together. We both have a lot of things coming up in our lives, private as also work lives, and it feels really right to stop this work, even when we both laughed it a lot. And I don't know, we both said we would love to work together again, but how, in what circumstances, we will see how this will unfold. I think for me, there's a lot uncertain at the moment, on another level, not. So this is so, these 3D levels that become more and more uncertain, and then on a feeling level, there's more certainty in a way, but it's not manifest now. Wow. I will talk a bit more about that after the reading. And yes, as ever, I will read you the informations. You will see the painting, parts of the painting while I read. You will not see my face looking downwards and not be in contact with you. And I come back after the reading talking about about the process of creating the artwork and what was coming up around. It was something really crazy that I will talk about after. So now enjoy the reading. My channeled energies, the energies I received while I was painting for the 12th square of 2022, month of December. December 2022. Wow. We've made it until here. You've made it until this point here now. You've nearly reached the finish line of the wild year 2022. Have a look who you were in your journey 2022 and who you are now. Can you feel, can you see how much you have changed? How much more you are yourself than 11 months ago? Congratulations. Tap yourself on your shoulder and be proud of yourself. This year was not only one of the wildest until now, in any case in my experiences, it was also very fast and intense, packed with various events and happenings. Inside, around us, is also on the world. We have never experienced in this lifetime. We got triggered into our core to see and feel what was still hidden there, shine light on it, embrace and integrate these until now unloved parts and experiences inside us, to become more and more aware of who we are really and what we are capable of. November was one of the most intense months of a year, full of intense months. Programs, issues, and belief systems we already might have known have shown up on a deeper level. We did another round, or more than one, on the spiral of our life paths. It might have been painful, maybe shocking, disruptive, and finally liberating when we do our work of loving and embracing all what is. When we remember that we are the creators of our lives and our reality. When we see that we have created or co-created the events that have then shaken us into our core. Jupiter, the planet of luck, optimism, and good chances, stationed direct on November 23, the day of the new moon in Sagittarius, and after we have entered Sagittarius season. Sagittarius is a fire sign, and you might already feel a brighter energy, light and also sweeter than we had under the influence of Scorpio. For me, the deepest of the water signs. We are out of eclipse season as well with this new moon. The fiery energy of Sagittarius will guide and assist us until the 21st of December, when we enter Capricorn season with the winter solstice. Another very powerful event that will give us a hint of what awaits us in 2023. More to this later. Neptune stations direct on December 3rd. This planet's energy has confronted us with who we were not honest with ourselves, where we still betrayed ourselves and or escaped in fantasies. Maybe it also confronted us with our tendencies to escape reality with addictions of any kind. What might have been shocking and very self-confronting. Now we are ready to face truths about and in ourselves we didn't want to see before. And we might discover pearls and treasures we have hidden from ourselves until now as well. The work we've done will bring us benefits now and gifts us with more safety in ourselves. as we can trust ourselves more now than before this retrograde. When I started to paint the December square, I noticed that there were dots, patches, and traces of color on the canvas. Traces of other times when I painted. One big lesson I learned in 2022 is that we can't ignore what is already in us, what is underneath, and we can't overpaint it as if it wouldn't be there and that it vanishes when we ignore it. All what is in us, all what we are, all these different parts are parts of us that create the whole of us. I already mentioned it when I started this 2022 painting. I painted a big 2022 all over the white canvas and a heart. At that moment of time, I was convinced that I will overpaint it so that it will vanish and will not any longer be seen. Already when I did the second painting for February, it became obvious to me that this big 2022 will last, will come out, will be part of the monthly paintings, and so influence the shape and content of each one. And every month, when I show you the painting only of the months, you can't see this part of the bigger picture, the big 2022. You see parts of it integrated and influencing what is in the monthly painting. And so it is for all of us. We only can see what is here now in this present moment in front of us. We might have a feeling about yesterday or tomorrow or the week ahead. And we have to deal with, to handle, to live, to experience this now moment of time. And there's the influence of something so much bigger than we are in this present moment. Like in my 2022 painting. We might feel like a little dot, a point, a single color, and we are always part of something so much bigger. We influence the bigger picture, like the bigger picture is influencing us. We are the creators of our world, while we are also participants of the world. This is what might be called unity. In December, the energies of the fiery and deep philosophical Sagittarius will support us to open our minds for a deeper understanding of our role in the world and how we change the world on every level by being true to ourselves. Sagittarius is known for speaking the truth blunt, and what is seldom mentioned, from a very innocent place, childlike. Sagittarius is a truth seeker, meant to create eruptions from a place of curiosity and seeking. Sagittarius wants to know. He asks questions that might be uncomfortable for another one. He speaks his truth without filters. What is very natural for him can feel for others like a truth bomb, a volcano that has bubbled for a long time under the surface and will be brought to eruption through these Sagittarian energies. This might be the case for yourself, that you observe yourself, maybe even be surprised by yourself, asking questions you never had the courage to ask, or speaking your truth from your heart, from this innocent place, without overthinking it and creating eruptions around you. For sure, need eruptions that might feel nevertheless very uncomfortable in the moment of the happening. And it can happen also reversed, that someone who is important to you starts to ask questions or speaks his truth in a way that is uncomfortable for you and brings up truth or creates events that are as difficult as liberating. What can help you in these moments is to remember that everything is happening for you and not to you, and to breathe. To feel all what is going on in you, not to react, just to be with what is. Feel. Just to be with what will come to the surface. Eruptions of volcanoes can be very destructive, and the floating lava will create new landscapes and is very fertile for the new life coming after the eruption. Please remember, nothing that is meant for you will ever leave your life. What is meant for you will always remain and can change its shape, its appearance for the better. When something or someone is leaving your life, there will be space created for what is meant to come in your life. We are finishing 2022 now and starting to prepare for 2030. 20? We are finishing 2022 now and starting to prepare for 2023. For me, this change will take place around the solstice on December 21, 22. And while I write this, I'm reminded that I talk here about numbers created by human beings to categorize events or times or whatever in our lives. We are in the midst of the greatest transformation of humanity since the beginning of our species. 2022 was and is a year like a turning point with its wild and intense energies and events. Some of us might already be on the other side, energy-wise. A lot, to be honest. And there's still a lot to work through out there in the 3D world. You might have noticed that it becomes more and more obvious for everybody that our 3D system is totally dysfunctional. Not only for the awakened spiritual and conscious ones. Humankind is on its way to wake up on a big scale. And for sure this brings with it eruptions on a big level as well as chaos. We feel an increasing pressure from the other side. At the moment, the rising prices everywhere, the seemingly scarcity of energy resources in front of a cold winter in the Northern Hemisphere. I don't follow mainstream media as I don't like the scare tactics. And I feel how this is working and infiltrating the lives and the moral of many. I feel it in the collective is also here, directly around me. As long as we haven't understood on every level with our minds, as also with every cell in our bodies, that we are the creators of our own lives, the scarcity around us only reflects the scarcity in us. But the fear we feel is a fear in us. And society is just reflecting and playing with this fear. As long as we don't take the responsibility for our feelings, our lives, and our trauma and pain as well, the world outside will reflect us what needs love and healing in us. And there's so much beauty in this, is all what we heal in us will be healed in the world as well. All the unwanted parts in us, we start to love in ourselves. We will start to love in others and help them to heal themselves in this way. These Sagittarian energies will give us the power and the optimism as well as a childlike curiosity and innocence to throw those truth bombs out. For the best of ourselves and all others included is also the whole world. And when you come from your heart, from this innocent place of love, while speaking your truth, while asking the questions you had no courage to ask before, you will be rewarded by reclaiming your power and liberating yourself as also others. As I mentioned earlier, around the solstice on December 21, the energies will change again. We enter Capricorn season, and on December 23, we have a new moon in Capricorn, and Chiron, the wounded healer, stations direct. Chiron retrograde has confronted us with a lot of deep parts that were unhealed in us. These energies are inviting us to have a look back on a very earthly, practical Capricorn point of view. What happened for us in 2022? To have a look back in awe and to tap ourselves on the shoulders for the work we have done. See how much you can trust yourself, how much you can relate to your dedication to heal. Be really proud of yourself. Integrate the clear knowing, seeing and feeling what you are capable of. Celebrate yourself more than Christmas, and for sure you can do both at the same time. Anchor and ground yourself in this place in you that knows what it is capable of in looking back, as this is the place from which you can create the life of your dreams and miracles. This is the place in you that is always, was, and will be forever amazing. This is your source. This is a place from that you will co-create the world you want to live in a way of creation you don't know yet, and you mustn't know yet. Just explore this place of amazingness in you. Become comfortable in it. On December 29, Mercury will station retrograde, while Mars is still retrograde until January 12, 2023. This is a time to relax, to go inward, to surrender, and so to prepare. Also to fill your energies, take care of yourself, your physical as also your energetical body. Relax, surrender, trust. You've made it until now, until here. You have all to go on, shine brightest from your heart. These were the energies I received while I was painting this 12 square. What is interesting, I can show it again to you. So as I talked about in the reading that the parts of the 2022 are becoming parts of the paintings. And so here we have this green and this yellow line. And for me, it is when you separate it like the place for the heart. And I had new things coming in. I don't know yet what it is. I have never painted like this. These three like octopuses. Little green hearts hidden here. And this violet is for me always connected with very mystical energies, as also transformation and deep feminine energies. So, and something else happened. So I was painting last Sunday. It was the 27th, I think. And one day later, I read that the world's biggest volcano in Hawaii, the Mauna Loa, has erupted. And for the moment, it is not critical for human beings. It's a very high mountain, and even when there's lava coming out, it needs some time and really a lot of eruption that people will be threatened. And I was just so wow, after I got these informations about eruptions, and then in the physical world, a real volcano was erupting. I had a conversation with a friend as well, and she said me she was so angry about the situation. And she's normally a very calm and quiet and more nice person, that she was shouting out all this anger. For me, what was so, yes, it was an eruption as well, and a cleaning of energy. And she was shocked about herself, so, and felt very mean and aggressive. And for sure, she had stored things for too long, as we all do, and then they come out. But sometimes I just, for me, there is a holy anger. This is not the anger we store too long, but this feeling of something feels not right from from the heart and not from here. It's not, this should not be like I wanted. It is more feeling like there is something not aligned, really not aligned. And when this is concerning ourselves, when this is happening in personal relationships, then just we have to speak it out. And this can be like an eruption because there's a lot of stored anger underneath it, or because it is really urgent. That can happening as well. Or it can also be speaking with a really quiet voice, just from your heart, and say, no, this is not okay for me, and can feel for the other one like a volcano eruption, and vice versa. So just be prepared, this can happen for you as well. And for me, this is, as I feel, a very cleaning energy, and coming really from this place of alignment, of the wish to bring things in order, to bring things on the place where they believe. So this is what's coming in. I hope this makes sense, and I hope the whole reading makes sense for you. So I will not speak any longer, because the readings become longer and longer, and the videos become longer and longer, and I have to create this today as well. For me, it's really, so it's the haircut might be an outer expression of something that has shifted and changed in myself. And I just, on one level, I just started my studies, so I know how this will go on in my life next year, to become a holistic coach, a certified holistic coach. And it's amazing. I have really found a great teacher. I love this a lot, and also the idea to really step out of the film business, as I was working in until this moment of time, and making this my business, even I don't like the word business, and becoming self-employed as well. So what feels for me like much more liberation, as I had a lot of stuff, 3D stuff, I can call that, tax declarations to do. I have to deal with the unemployment agency in France here. It's a lot of paperwork, what is, in my feeling, sucking up so much energy and not nourishing, absolutely not nourishing. And maybe I'm not courageous enough now to say I go away from this totally. I don't care any longer. I'm not. For the moment, I just take my part in this world, and it's like having one leg in one world and one leg in the other one, and try to balance and juggle them out. I don't know how you feel, especially after the shifts we had around the 23rd of November with a new moon and Jupiter station direct. There was a huge energy shift taking place then. So next year I will not do the live readings with Antoinette, and to be honest, I don't know if I will do these monthly updates. I know that I will go out, because I just appreciate that I learn always a lot. And maybe it's more live events monthly, or when I have the feeling it's the right moment. Or to be honest, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't have to know. So I relax in this not knowing as well. Yes. So far for me, I wish you an amazing December, and easier said than done. And maybe if you have this feeling of eruptions coming up, maybe you can enjoy that, because anger is just an energy like every energy. And crazy enough, anger is the energy that we can transform the most easy in joy. When you act, you try to play with it when you're angry. What if you exaggerate to a level that is really kind of ridiculous in your anger, and not hold it back? Just really let yourself be filled with this Sagittarian energy, where it's not only anger, but it is a fire energy, and coming really from this innocent place, from this, I want to know, and this is not right. And no, you did that. This is not true what you said there. Or say, my truth is another one, without overthinking, without making it complicated, without Virgo earth energy putting in and making all like this, or Scorpio deep water energy putting in, just like a dragon, little flame. This is Sagittarius, and it's not in its essence a destructive energy. It's an outbreaking energy. It's a future oriented and wanting the best for the future energy. So what might hurt in this moment of time will be good in the long run. I hope this makes sense. I leave you here with that. I wish you the best for Christmas, for the New Year's Eve. It's not the easiest time for a lot of people. With yourself, with family, with loved ones. When you're alone, then enjoy that. I can just tell you, since I'm again in a relationship, what is a big benefit of not being in a relationship, that you have so much more time for yourself. So as long as you have that, enjoy it. And for sure you can have it in a relationship, but you want to have time for your relationship as well. So it is less time, a long time. I send you the best and a big hug and lots of love, and we will meet again when we meet again.